today on 15 on 15.
We hear firsthand what the cruise tourism think about their short visit on the island. And can dogs detect what we feel through our facial expressions? Also, a unique liquor that is perfect to suit your mood.
Hi and welcome to another edition of 15 on 15. I am Ichelle Simon sitting in for Yente Lu. The Chinese community on the island is preparing for tonight's big celebration as they will be welcoming a new Chinese year. A special guest is joining the Chinese community and will attend the celebrations on the island.
The Chinese community is celebrating a new Chinese year today. The General Council of China is on the island to celebrate this grand occasion. Besides her busy schedule, she took time to visit Prime Minister Mike Eamon to exchange ideas and information.
All of the people know we already officially opened the Chinese Consulate General in last year, September. So now we officially open our door, so it is my job to push the cooperation and the friendship between China and the Dutch Caribbean islands, include Aruba. I hope both sides we can work together to push the cooperation. As we know, the Aruba is a beautiful island. You have the tourist industry is developed very quickly. When we visit here, when we walk on the street, we see a lot of tourists here. So that means your government do their best to develop the tourist industry.
The topic of sustainability was widely discussed by the General Council and the Prime Minister, since China possesses a great knowledge in this field. Prime Minister Mike Eamon shared that Aruba is working hard to comply with the goal of being 100% sustainable by the year 2020, and that is a good opportunity to work together.
And there are a lot of potential for both sides to cooperate together. The economic development, telecommunication, and the tourist industry, and the infrastructure, and also include the culture, education, environment protection, for example. So I think as long as we work together, we can push. As a consulate general, we work as a bridge to let both sides to know each other, and then let both sides to connect to each other, to exchange information each other, to let both sides to visit each other. After we open the door, officially open the door, we already issue 200 visa for local people. I hope one day in the future, the Aruba can organize a delegation to visit China. And also, I hope Chinese people, companies have the opportunity to visit Aruba.
It is important that the two countries interact and get acquainted, since this can be very beneficial for Aruba and China.
15 on 15 would like to wish the Chinese community on Aruba all the best for the new year. While switching on the topic to tourism, the streets of Aruba have been busy since last Monday due to lots of cruise ship activity. Now we wanted to find out how these cruise ship tourists spend their time on the island.
Really great. We got to go to the beach earlier and they picked us right up at the port, and I like that convenience. Came back, changed out of the bathing suit and down shopping.
It was good. It was eventless and it was nice. We walked the roads, the shops, did the malls, and then spent the afternoon down at the beach.
We loved it. Very
it's
nice
my second
island.
time. I was here in December. That's why I choose the cruise that comes to Aruba, because I love the island.
Well, we went on the tour of the island, and then when we went on the beach also. Which beach? How was it called? I don't remember.
We ended up at Eagle Beach.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go shopping. We're going to drop the stuff and go back shopping. The ship leaves at 10 o'clock, so we need to be back for 9:30. So we're going to just drop the stuff, go back shopping, and maybe have a drink or have a coffee somewhere.
Those are very great comments, and what stands out the most are the beautiful beaches of Aruba and the courtesy and attention of the Aruban people. Those are the main reasons why most of these cruise ship tourists come back for a longer stay on Aruba. And talking about Aruba's unique beaches, TripAdvisor's website just published the 25 best beaches in the world, and Aruba's Eagle Beach came in number 23rd. Lots of tourists visit Eagle Beach every day, and looking at the comments, most tourists do return to this beach on their next trip to the island. Some of the reviews say, the incredible Eagle Beach, while Rita from Canada says, fantastic beach. Amy from Massachusetts says, the best there is, while a tourist from Virginia says, Eagle Beach is as soft and as comfy as any sofa and so much prettier. On that note, we'll be right back. Stay tuned to what's coming up for you next in the segments.
The Invisible Boyfriend and the Invisible Girlfriend don't feel single anymore. That is next on 50 on 15.
Tired of people asking if you have a date? The developer of a new online service was so he started a business called InvisibleGirlfriend.com and InvisibleBoyfriend.com. For a monthly fee, users get texts, voicemails, a card, and even a picture of a fictional boyfriend or girlfriend. Take a look at this.
This time of year can be tough for folks who are still single. With siblings, friends, and extended family going on dates or getting engaged, those of us not in relationships can start to feel the pressure from family members about their relationship status. Now, a pair of new sites, InvisibleBoyfriend.com and InvisibleGirlfriend.com, are offering to help you twist the truth to your family for a fee. For $25 a month, the website will let you create your significant other, complete with name, bio, personality, and pictures. Then they offer to supply you with social proof, including text messages, conversations. The pair of websites were created by a group of web developers and relationship experts. They say they're hoping it will help people avoid awkward conversations and allow those who aren't interested in a right-now relationship a chance to get their friends and family off their back.
A new kind of convention called CuddleCon took place recently in Portland, Oregon in the United States. Its purpose? To inform the visitors about cuddling health benefits. Have a listen.
The event was organized by Samantha Hess, founder of Cuddle Up to Me, a professional cuddling service that offers snuggles at a rate of $1 per minute for up to 5 hours. The concept for CuddleCon was simple: gather a bunch of strangers in a room and encourage them to engage in platonic cuddling. The event drew amused headlines, but Americans aren't the first to seek hugs outside of a romantic relationship. Japan has had cuddle rooms for years, in which people, usually men, pay money for snuggle time. While embracing strangers may terrify those of us who value personal space, there's real science behind the benefits of positive touch. From reducing stress to combating depression, cuddling is the coziest medicine. Let's begin with cuddles can fight infection, or cuddles can reduce stress. Cuddles are an instant mood boost, and cuddling can lower blood pressure and your heart rate. Cuddles may someday repair our broken bodies, and besides that, cuddles can reduce fear and anxiety.
Well, let's go start cuddling, but only for your health. Now let's talk about men's best friend. A new study reveals that pets can read emotions on humans, whether it's with a sympathetic tilt of the head or the excited sweep of the tail. Dogs seem to be saying they can sense exactly what we're feeling.
Science is still undecided on the matter, although evidence in favor of the idea is stacking up. Now a new study has found that dogs are able to tell the difference between happy and angry human facial expressions. A veterinarian in Vienna, Austria tested the pooches using a touchscreen. The scientists trained the dogs to touch either a happy face or an angry face for a treat. They presented dogs with either the top half or the bottom half of the faces to ensure the animals weren't just responding to a smile or baring the teeth. So if the dogs were truly able to spot an emotion, they should be able to do so regardless of which of the face they looked at. The pets trained to pick out happy expressions could do so when presented with different halves of a face, as well as presented with halves of the animals hadn't seen before. The dogs trained to respond to angry faces were also able to pick up angry expressions among the choices they were asked to make. However, it took them longer to train their task than dogs trained on happy faces. Researchers don't know yet whether the dog's ability to discriminate between the two expressions is because of past experiences or the result of the domestication process. The question now is whether dogs that spend a lot of time with people will be as good at picking up our expressions as dogs without a lot of people experience.
We are taking a quick break, but take a look at what we have prepared for you next.
Coming up, spice your drink with its 500-year-old and enjoy the possibilities.
For over 5 centuries, Italians have categorized this liquor as their favorite, Amaretto. But through the centuries, the company that produced Amaretto wanted the world to recognize this liquor as their favorite and changed the name. Today, this company is proud of the brand that enjoys true style status, and with more than 100 perfect mixes to suit your palate, now Disaronno is open to possibilities.
It all started with Amaretto, but through the centuries this special liquor transformed into Disaronno Originale.
So the history of Disaronno, this is a brand that's almost 500 years old. It was developed during the Renaissance period. It's been also owned by the same family for 500 years. So I think that its rich heritage is something that is a great asset to the brand.
Mr. Paul Savagny has been traveling the world as an ambassador for the brand, and he describes the special richness of this Italian liquor.
What we know Disaronno, most people think Amaretto as an almond liqueur, which what it is, but it's actually not made from natural almonds. It's made from bitter almonds, and what bitter almonds are the seeds of an apricot kernel. So it's not what we usually would think as a sweet almond. So I think that's a very, very important point, that it's actually made from bitter almonds. Actually, Amaretto, as it translates in Italian, means little bitter. So I think that's a very important fact to leave with people.
From aperitifs to cocktails to long drinks, Disaronno will add that special touch for that perfect mix to match your mood.
It tastes well with, especially with barrel-aged spirits like rum, barrel-aged rums, aged rums, scotches, bourbons, whiskeys. So it's truly versatile. And as I also stated, drinking it on its own, neat, or on the rocks, I just think it's very important. It is no one particular way. I think it's very subjective, and it works in all different drinking occasions.
At a recent event on the island organized by Disaronno at Quinta del Carmen, guests had the chance to taste the vast mixes that can be done with Disaronno.
Now we're trying to really push the development of cocktails with the younger generation, especially with mixology and how important the cocktail culture is becoming, not only in the US, but on the islands, everywhere in the world. So what we're trying to do is show that younger generation that it's a very mixable product. It's not something that you necessarily just consume on its own or after dinner, that it works very well with all different drinking occasions in that.
Disaronno, be originale.
Disaronno offers a unique experience in mixed drinks, and as far as combinations, this brand is truly open to possibilities. Well, that is all for 15 on 15 for today. I will see you back tomorrow for another edition of 15 on 15. See you then.